Hi friends! Just kidding friends, we're not going to do this video in the dark, at least the whole video. I just wanted to show you guys the shadow of my hand because today for Let's Find Out About It First implementation, we are going to be talking about what are shadows. So my friends, I'm going to put a picture right here of the shadow of the mouse from the book we read this week, which was Dreams by Ezra Jack Keats. So my friends, remember that this was just a paper mouse, right? Like there was nothing super special about it. It was kind of ordinary, but yeah, it ended up scaring a dog away. But was it the mouse or was it the shadow that scared the dog? That's right, my friends. It was the shadow that scared the dog away. And so today we're going to be talking a little bit about what exactly shadows are and how they are created. So first of all, a shadow is something that happens when an object is blocking a source of light. So just like in the picture we just saw of the mouse, the shadow was being caused by the mouse blocking the street lamp, the light from the street lamp, and this is what caused the shadow on the wall. And so now whenever a shadow is created, or whenever a light is causing a shadow to be created, we say that it is casting a shadow. So can all my friends say the word cast? Yes. And you might have heard me say this when I was reading the storybook to you guys. I said that the light was casting a shadow on the wall of the mouse. So if we look at this flashlight right here, if we were to put an object in front of this flashlight, it would cast a shadow somewhere. And I'm going to give you guys a few examples of objects that can or cannot cast shadows based on their level of transparency. And transparency is how easily light is able to shine through something. So if an object is fully transparent, all light that is shined on it can go through. If it's not transparent at all, no light's gonna go through. And if it's a little transparent, then some light's gonna go through. And we're gonna talk about the special names for these types of objects that allow certain amounts of light to go through. But first, I'm gonna give you guys some examples. And I'm gonna show you guys with a flashlight and some objects how these different levels of transparency show up on a blank background. So let's get started. I'm going to turn the light off, my friends, so you guys can see the shadows easier. Okay, friends, so first we're going to start off with our opaque object. I'm going to put the word opaque somewhere at the bottom of the screen, and opaque means that no light is going to shine through this object. So if my friends can see, I have a lid. It's a little dark, so you guys probably can't see, but I have a lid, and I'm going to turn my flashlight on, and it is going to shine light on this lid. So if we bring it up closer, there we go. So my friends can see the circle of the lid, right? Yes, so that means this object is opaque because there is no light shining through the object. If I were to bring this all the way up to the front of the flashlight, no light is shining through, so that means this lid is opaque. And opaque, again, my friends, mean that no light shines through because the material is super thick. It doesn't allow any light to get through. So let's go to the next. So the next item I have, my friends, this is going to be the translucent item. And translucent means that only a little bit of light is gonna go through. So my friends, you're gonna tell me if this item is in fact translucent. I think it is, but we're gonna test it out and see. So this is a perfume bottle that I have. I would say this is pretty translucent, my friends. Here we go. My friends can see the shadow that's being casted on the wall. A little bit of light is going through, but I think for the most part, it's kind of blacked out. Don't you guys think? I think so. Yeah, I think it's, for the most part, pretty blacked out, but it is indeed translucent because my friends can see that there is a little bit of light shining through in the middle of the bottle. So that is translucent. This is what something that is translucent would look like. And now the last object we have, my friends, is the transparent object. So like I said in the beginning, transparent means that all light shined on this object is gonna go through it. So, do my friends see any shadow of this piece of film at all? I do not see one. I see a slight shadow from this part up here where my hand is at, but as for the film part, nothing is casting a shadow because it's so transparent. This, if my friends can see, it's reflecting a little bit. See right there, it's reflecting a little bit, but it is not casting a shadow, meaning that this part, the film part, is transparent. Alright friends, so we got to see what opaque, translucent, and transparent meant in terms of casting a shadow. So now let's see what these things mean if I hold them in front of my face. So first I have the opaque object right here. So if I hold it in front of my eye, can my friends see my eye through this lid? No, you can't. So that's how we can tell that this lid is opaque, because no light is shining through, which means that we cannot see my eye. So now if we look at the translucent object that I showed you guys, remember translucent means only a little bit of light can go through. So if we look at this one, my friends, can you see my eye through the bottle? A little bit, huh? Well, first of all, there's some liquid in there that's kind of blocking it. But you could see my eye a little bit through the translucent. And again, translucent means just a little bit of light is going to get through. So now if we look at the last object, the transparent object, my friends, I can hold this in front of my face. Can you guys see me? Yes, you can. And that's how we know that this is transparent, because all the light is shining through it. Nothing is blocking the light, meaning that you can see straight through it and see my face. Now, my friends, we're going to do a fun little activity, and we're going to learn how to do some hand puppets. And hand puppets are when you use your hands to block the light that is coming in from a flashlight or from another type of light source. And you use your hands to block the light to cast a shadow onto another surface. And so that's how we are going to make hand shadows. I'm going to show you a couple of hand puppets to do, and then we're going to come back and wrap up our Let's Find Out About It. So let's go. Alright friends, so now for the hand puppet activity, I'm going to show you with my hands in the light how to do a couple of them, and then I'm going to turn my lights off, shine a flashlight on so that way you guys can see the actual shapes and how those come out. So the first animal we are going to do, or the first shape we are going to do, is a snail. And the way we're going to do this is we're going to take our hand, you can use your right or your left, whichever you are comfortable with, and this is going to be the body of the snail. Then you're going to take your other hand and you're going to put it right on the back. And that's going to be the shell of your snail. And you can keep your thumb behind your palm. So if we look at my hand like this, it's like right next to my palm. So you're going to keep your thumb right there. And then when the light shines on, it's going to look like a snail. And then you can take your pointer finger right here and you can point it back a little bit. That way it looks like your snail has the little eyes on its head. So this is how you're going to do the snail. The next one we have is a crab. This one is pretty easy, my friends. You're just going to, I'm going to stand like this first. You're going to take your hands, you're going to turn them like this, and then you are not going to interlock your thumbs. You're just going to take them and put them like this, kind of bend them, and this is going to be your crab. And then the light's going to shine on your crab, and it's going to make a crab shadow. You can kind of see a small shadow, but it's not super visible yet. But this is what the crab is going to look like. And for our last shadow puppet, my friends, we're going to do a dog. So this one's a little bit tricky, but you guys got it. So you're going to take your right hand or your left hand, whichever you're comfortable with, and you're going to hold it like this. So if you were to place it on a wall, it would be flat against the wall. You're going to take your pointer finger right here, and you're going to bend it like that. You're going to keep your thumb standing up, and then your pinky is going to move up and down to be the dog's mouth. And so with your other hand, you're going to take it, and you can either take it and wrap it around right here, and you can stick your other thumb up, to be the ear, or you can take it and do it like this, and then stick your other thumb up like that. So from the other side, it looks like this. Basically, like I have my a thumb up, and then my other hand is doing what I previously showed you. So this is how we're going to do the dog. Come a little closer. Alright, my friends, now that we looked at the 3 cool hand puppets we're going to do for this activity, I'm going to turn the lights off and I'm going to show you guys how they look as a shadow. Alright, friends, so I have my light on. You can see my hand, you can see the shadow. I took my bracelet off so that way it wouldn't interfere with the shadow. And the first one we're going to do is the snail. So remember, you have your hand like this, and then you put your shell on the back. There we go, friends. Oh my goodness, it's a snail just moving along. Don't look at my hand, look at the shadow, because the shadow is the important part. Wow, friends, oh my gosh, it does kind of look like a snail. Here, maybe if I come closer. Wow, my snail's going down, but it's still a snail. How cool. So the next one we're going to do is the crab. So I'm going to cross my hands, put my arms out. Wow, it's a crab. This one's a little more difficult, friends, to get. It looks almost like a spider, if I'm being honest. There we go. The eyes are what make it the crab. Wow, friends. My light isn't super bright, so I can't get too far from it, but this is what the crab looks like. Oh, there we go. There we go, friends. This is the crab, and this is what the crab looks like. I think it looks like a crab. Almost like a spider, huh? And so the last one we have is the dog. And the dog, we did our hand like this, thumb up, and this was the mouth. Wow, friends, you don't even need to put the other ear. You can. So see, you can put the other ear, and it looks even more like a dog, but you don't have to. Wow, friends. All right, friends, so those were some of the shadows that we did. If you guys want to learn more, you can always look up on the internet how to do easy hand shadow puppets. And so I want to let you guys know that shadows are not like reflections. I know we learned about reflections a while ago, and that is when light bounces off an object. That is not what a shadow is. When a shadow is casted, we are simply looking at the silhouette of something, and a silhouette is an outline or a shape. So if we remember about the shadows I just showed you guys couldn't see my hands super well, right? But you could see the shape that I was making with my hands. So that is what a silhouette is. It's the outline or the shape of something. And I also want to show you guys a quick little example before we go about how shadows can not look exactly like what we see with our eyes. So what, Teacher Erica, what do you mean by that? This is what I mean. If we look at this picture right here in the bottom, these are shadows of people standing and the sun is shining on them and they are blocking the sun, so they're casting a shadow on the ground right here. But my friends, do you think these people actually look like this? Like if we were to see them, would they look like they had really, really, really long bodies and that their torsos were like way bigger than their legs, or that their legs got super, super skinny at the bottom? No, that's just not what they would look like, because the way shadows work is that depending on how close or far from the light you are, you can lengthen or you can make the shadow bigger, you can make it smaller, you can make it wider, you can do anything with it depending on how close or far you are from the source of light. So yeah, my friends, that is just the last little thing I wanted to let you guys know about shadows. I hope you guys found today's Let's Find Out About It super duper interesting, and that you guys had fun learning some new tricks to show your friends and family with the hand shadow puppets that we learned about. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope you guys enjoy the next video, which is Let's Find Out About It, second implementation. Bye, friends!